Fine, Maggie. I'll send it up to you later. So?
Urbane, debonair and a born raconteur, the gentlemanly David Niven remained a film star for more than half a century. He was an actor whose effortless charm could always be relied upon to make a mediocre movie better and a good movie great. His best work was in films like The Way Ahead, A Matter of Life and Death, Bonjour Tristesse and Separate Tables, for which he won his only Academy Award. His friends were many and exalted. He could count such luminaries as Clark Gable, Laurence Olivier, Vivian Leigh, Errol Flynn and Noel Coward amongst his inner circle. Not surprisingly, his elegant appeal also endeared him to the opposite sex, and his list of romantic liaisons includes many of Hollywood's most legendary beauties: Ava Gardner, Hedy Lamarr, Merle Oberon and Rita Hayworth, just to name a few. It was also in his romantic life, however, that he experienced true tragedy. He was married twice, first to the aristocratic Primula Rollo, known as Primy. He married the 22-year-old after a whirlwind 2-week romance in 1940. But 6 years later, she fell down some basement steps while playing a game of hide-and-seek at Tyrone Power's house and died from her injuries the next day. David was utterly devastated, but 2 years later married again, this time having known his bride for 10 whole days. The marriage to Eurydice was difficult and involved separations and her descent into alcoholism. And he nearly became a widower for a second time in October 1951, when the Nivens went out with a shooting party in New England. Eurydice didn't want to go, convinced she was going to be shot. After enduring some ribbing about her Swedish sixth sense, she capitulated, only to fall to the ground an hour later, hit in the face, neck, chest and arms by 2 guns that had turned to fire at a diving bird. The marriage survived, despite Eurydice leaving him for a while during the shooting of Please Don't Eat the Daisies in 1960. But by the time David died in 1983 from Lou Gehrig's disease, an estranged and depressed Eurydice could only be persuaded to attend the funeral at the request of Prince Rainier of Monaco. And even then, she was drunk.